Hi, this is Diamond in the Rough, and I thought I would do a drill with me. And what can I say but yay, Christmas is over, New Year's over. Much as I love celebrating and sharing time with family, sometimes it can be a bit much. Mine was pretty quiet, but it was all good. But the flip side of that is all my Christmas gifts are done, which means that I can now go back to working on stuff for me that I want to do. The one I've got now is the one I call my Durban Custom. See if I can just lift this up. And there's been a few drill with me's on this one. So that's this dude. This is the one that photo I took while on holidays in South Africa. And here we go. I need to zoom you back down and try and get you back into position. Sorry. Here we go. So yeah, Christmas is over, gifts have given and very happily received. So now I am on to doing the stuff that I have put aside. The biggest one that I put aside was my Durban Custom. So this is a 60 by 100, and from my diamond painting is where I got the custom from. Square. So far drills are fantastic. I have worked on it I think quite a bit since I last did a drill with me for this one, but yeah, it's coming along nicely. I will say I'm a lot quicker now than I was before. I finally learned how to speed up a bit. So yeah, I just thought that I'd do a chat drill with me, quick little one. I've lost my spoon. Hang on. Okay, I did a nice little flight on the Qantas plane and I got this little spoon to stir my coffee with, and I saw it and went, that's a perfect spoon for diamond painting. So yeah, I'm in a really good mood, very upbeat at the moment. Don't know what it is. Might have something to do with that. I'm not sure if you can hear, there's a bit of whirring in the background. Our dishwasher packed it in Christmas Eve and had a very interesting chat with the other half while trying to work on what to get next. We moved into this house about 1.5 years ago and I wanted to put a dish drawer in straight away, and he was going, nope, not while we've got this one working. And then we turned around, and so this one, I've had a couple of occasions where I've had the funds to buy it outright. And every time, nope, wait till this one dies, wait till this one dies. And then the funny thing about it is, this one dies, I'm on night shift, I get the message, dishwasher's dried, we've got to get a new one. Okay. It's like, okay, so I just text a message back, going, okay. And then next text message is, I like this one, this is how much it costs. We'll go and look at it tomorrow. I'm at work, you know, I can't really deal with this stuff. So I've ended up going, well, I want a dish drawer. Always wanted a dish drawer, and every time it's just no. It's like, this time we'll get a dish drawer. So then I get another, he's been researching and found some dishwashers on sale that are really cheap, rah-de-rah. And yeah, I sent him an email and said, we'll discuss this later, but I only want a dish drawer. So I think I finally got into it. And then I get home and we discuss dishwashers again, and I've gone, he's turned around and he's done all the read reviews on the dish drawer, yada yada yada. And yeah, he was like going, oh, we'll go and have a look at these dishwashers. So I went, yeah, we can look at them, but I only want a dish drawer. Oh, but the reviews aren't good. And I've just responded back with, I've had a dish drawer before, loved it, want it again. So yeah, so we went and priced them, and then today we went and brought one. Found one that was cheaper online, of course, and the good guys actually, which is one of the electrical stores here, price matched it. So they dropped about $150, $160 off their special price to match the price matching we had for one that we saw elsewhere. So yeah, that's good. So I'm now running the dishwasher right now, and really happy about it. But yeah, that's why I'm all upbeat, because new dishwasher. Every time I get something new, I'm always upbeat and happy. Okay, so one of the things I keep saying is this diamond painting is what I call my Durban diamond painting, and when I went to South Africa. For anybody that's actually had a look at some of my other YouTube drill with me's, I've mentioned my own website, which has information on trips that I've done with heaps of photos. But this was done on the trip to South Africa, which my partner's sister won, and due to health reasons, which I won't go into, she wasn't able to go. Oops, dropped something on my thing. She wasn't able to go, so we were given the opportunity to go, so we jumped at it, absolutely jumped at it. So yeah, she won it from the Manly Sea Eagles, which is a rugby team in New South Wales. I'm West Australian, I don't follow rugby. I hardly follow any football at all, but definitely don't follow rugby. It's definitely alien to me. At least Aussie rules I can understand. So yeah, she won the trip. We got to go and we got to pick our dates and everything. So yeah, it was a good trip. But this photo was I'm not good at taking photos, or I don't believe I am, but I had a really good camera that you wouldn't think is a good camera. Okay, hang on. I did need this, but just. And one of the features on it was a waterfall feature. And when we were in I don't know whether it was Botanical Gardens or something like Botanical Gardens. When we were in the Botanical Gardens, we went into an enclosure. Not very big. Not very big at all. But we went into this enclosure and there was this indoor garden that was set up, and seen the waterfall, and I've gone, I might as well try this waterfall setting on my camera. I did see them, yeah. And so yeah, we went on and I tried the waterfall one. I took a couple of pictures. Bugger, I think I just put that on the wrong one. I did. Took a couple of pictures, and then I think the second picture I took, I had a kid bump me because it's the shutter speed is really slow, so it stays open for longer. It ended up blurry, and then this one that I managed to take, I sat it down and on the bench, hit the timer and stepped away from it and stopped anyone else from bumping it. And this is what came out. So I was really happy with the picture, and was very surprised at it. So I now look at waterfalls differently to what I used to. Like I look at it going, that'll make a really good picture. I can do a slow shutter speed and all the other stuff, and then get something similar. But what I will say is my camera that I was using, the zoom lens actually stopped working on it, and so I had to get a replacement. So it died. I had an extended warranty, which meant that I could go into where I got the camera from and replace it with exactly the same camera, or I could, if there was something the same, there's a newer version of it, I could get that for the same price. I could use what was use the cost, my refund on the camera, and if it was any higher I just had to pay the difference. Well, unfortunately these cameras were no longer produced, and I've not been able to replicate this waterfall style photo since. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to do to try and work out how to get it right. I've tried. So yeah, so that was where this came from. It's an accidental, it's a water picture that I'd never taken this style of photo before, and it's not my favourite one from that trip, but it ranks up there pretty high. So yeah, that's where I stand with that one. Okay, so that's why, like, this is where it was actually in the Durban Botanical Gardens that I took the picture. That turned out absolutely gorgeous, and this diamond painting will turn out absolutely gorgeous too. I suppose what I might do is some of the custom. God, that must sound terrible. I want to do some more custom photos, custom diamond paintings. I love the big ones. You will see that most of my unboxings most of them aren't very small. I like the bigger canvases. I suppose I've done a couple of partials. Not keen on partials. Don't know, just I like the sparkle all over, so I won't go and buy partials unless it is something that has a face where, I did do one partial just recently. Unless I do it with something that's got a face and the face is going to pixelate. I did do one, hang on, where is it? Oh, I did two. I did a couple of Christmas ones. So I did him. I don't think I unboxed him. So that was the Santa. I got to frame it. I didn't get it done in time for Christmas, which is why it's still like this. So I got to frame that one. And I did the Santa on the Christmas train, and I think I've just got that in my portfolio with all the other ones that are completed. So yet again, it's in a portfolio. It's not framed. I got it done 2 days before. 2 days before Christmas. So yeah. So yeah. So I don't know what else I can actually talk about. I can go looking at. I will do it. I will go looking at tag questions again. Okay, let's see how we go. I've just pulled up 116. Okay, hang on. Just trying to find. Okay. Nope, don't like that one. Okay. So basic YouTuber questions. Okay, so this is something that I haven't done, which is what they're calling is the basic YouTube questions. And the first one is obviously, what's your name and the name of your channel? So my channel is Diamond in the Rough. My name is Fee or Fiona. I think some people have mistaken it for Sue or Faye. Whoops. But it is actually Fiona, and I do prefer Fee. There it is. Just drop that one. I just sent that one flinging to the floor. Hang on. Got it. Okay. Oops. Okay. Look, that was a bit special. I'll go back to the tweezers. I prefer tweezers. Okay. So yeah, my name is Fiona. I prefer Fee. I tend to go by Fee at work, although at home I get called Fiona. I think probably because the relaxed, I shouldn't say relaxed atmosphere at work, but it's just short names are easier to deal with at work. And I'm not in a formal office environment. I used to work in a formal office environment, but not anymore. I'm in a lovely mining environment. Okay, so what does the name of my channel mean? Well, I got the diamonds from diamond paintings. Okay, so that's where the diamond comes from. I'm a little bit rough around the edges, and so there's a bit of, I suppose that's where diamond in the rough comes. Diamond in the rough is a phrase, well-known phrase, but it's more to do with the fact that, yeah, diamond, as in diamond paintings in the rough, I'm the rough person. It's just the way it came across. And the next question was, well, why did you start the YouTube channel? When I first started diamond painting, I came across one channel, Studio Sam. She's an Aussie woman that gave some really good tips, 10 tips about diamond painting. So that's the first YouTube clip I ever saw. So read that, and that was all. I'd done only one diamond painting. I watched that clip, and I decided I was going to continue doing diamond painting. I watched that clip to get some hints and grew from there. What I did after watching her, I started watching YouTube clips of diamond painters, and the one that I watched a lot of was a preschool teacher addicted to diamond painting, and I watched quite a few of hers. I watched a few others, but I watched just about every one of her video YouTube clips that I watched, so right through in the first, I think, 2 weeks before I was waiting for my online order to arrive. And I watched other people doing unboxings, and I got a strange satisfaction out of watching people unboxing diamond paintings, drill with me's, and everything else that we see on diamond painting YouTube clips. So that was why I went, oh well, I enjoy watching. Hope maybe what I do other people will enjoy watching too. So yeah, so that's why I did it. I have my moments where I go, well, why did I start? And then it's like, well, I'm not going to stop now, so okay. So then obviously the next question on there is, what will your channel be about? Well, it's about diamond painting. Pure and simple. What it says, what I say is it's about diamond painting. Might do a slight variation to that due to complaints by my co-workers, but that's that we'll see. That only time will tell if I do that. So my target audience, who is your target audience? Well, it's anybody that diamond paints. Anyone that has that, is in a situation where waiting for China mail to arrive. That's the big one for me. When I don't have diamond paintings and I'm waiting for China mail to arrive, actually watching other people diamond paint and do unboxings and all that actually made it a little bit more bearable while I was waiting for some to arrive. Okay, what do you hope to achieve with your channel? What do I hope to achieve with my channel? I don't know. I'm not one that sets target. I just hope that people enjoy watching my YouTube clips. That's it, hands down. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I achieve. Is just I don't have goal for users. This is more about what I want to do. It's more about something that I enjoy doing. If people enjoy watching me do it, so be it. Bonus for me, I get viewers. Okay, top three favorite YouTube. So my top 3 favorite YouTube clips would be, although I haven't seen many done, by Megan, who's on preschool teacher addicted to diamond painting. So her, but I haven't seen her post a YouTube clip for quite a while. I do like Rachel Ray. Rachel Ray, yet again, another diamond painter. Her accent, I love it, and I could listen to her live streams or even the recordings of her lives over and over again, purely because of her accent. Love the sound of it. You can hear where the Irish kind of kicks in without being an full Irish accent, I suppose, the way to put it. I reckon it's a really cool accent, and she is so kind. She comes across, I mean, I don't know her personally, but she comes across as such a kind and welcoming person, and she's the type of person that if you have them in your life firsthand, I think you'd be a very lucky person. So that's where that there. Who else? Fruitini, who also does the diamond paintings. I actually do enjoy watching hers. There is a few others that I like to watch. And I can't, can't pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce her first name. Margie Franklin, Marji. I really do like watching hers as well. And of course, you've got Stitcherista, Ella, which is diamond painting, kicking cancer's butt, Donnie. Yeah, so there's a few that I like, but those 3 that I mentioned are the 3 that I could watch quite over, and I think it may be because of with Fruitini and Rachel Ray. I think with both of those, it's purely because of the accent. I love their accents. Not like my harsh Aussie twang kind of sound that I make. So yeah, so that's top 3. Who inspired you? Yeah, I've actually said Megan, who is diamond preschool teacher. Excuse me, sorry, addicted to diamond painting. Okay. If you could collab with anyone right now, who would it be? If I could do a collaboration, that's a hard one. That's really hard. I don't know who I'd want to do a collaboration with. I seriously, I don't know. I suppose. No, I couldn't even say. Maybe. I reckon crafting with Mrs. Coffee would be a blast. Some of the things that she says are brilliant, and she sets it straight. She says it straight. There's no holding back from her. So, yeah, collaboration with her would be really good. 3 reasons why anyone should subscribe to your channel. Meh. First one would be, excuse the phrase, but for the hell of it. Why else should people subscribe? Because they want to. If they like what I put up. And I would like to think that people should subscribe because I do have some good little tips that I put out there. I also, I suppose, best way to put it, for the fact that I don't stick with just one company, I try all sorts of all different companies. I don't have anybody giving me stuff to review. If somebody actually did send me stuff to review, I think I would be very harsh on them, purely on the basis that I would go, well, you sent me this, I'm going to nitpick absolutely everything I can out of it. If somebody actually sent something to me, because that's somebody, as a business and you want somebody to review it, you want a fully frank, honest review, not a washover of this is what you want me to tell the customers that are out there that are looking at buying. Yeah. So that's that's the third one. Which channel already on YouTube will yours most likely be like? Ooh, I don't know. There's too many. I suppose there's a lot of us that are so similar. I don't know. I suppose Rachel Ray, although I don't do lives yet, and I will use that phrase yet because I'm contemplating doing lives. But I think she's got a lot more tips than I do, so she's brilliant. Okay, I'm YouTube crushing on Rachel Ray. There we go. But no, she does it so much better. I don't know who else what other channel mine is like. Okay, what's your favourite thing about the YouTube community? I think, for what I've seen so far, is if people genuinely want to see what you're talking about, they do. And in generally, people appreciate other people's YouTube channels and what they put out there, and take on board what's said, but then filter out and go, well, that's not relevant for me, I don't need to know that, or that's your opinion, not mine. Okie dokie. Hang on, I found another one I've missed. Where is it? There it is. Okay. What do you think you could bring to the YouTube community that isn't already there? Nah, I don't think I could bring anything to the YouTube community that isn't there. There's so much that there's so much out there that you don't know you don't know what's not out there. So yeah, I'll leave that one there. What was that? That's over. Okay. 3 things you should know about me. Oh, there's lots more than 3 things you should know about me. One of the things I suppose about me is, I suppose some people reckon I could be a bit self-absorbed because I focus a lot on me and what I do, and not about what other people do. But if you stop and think about what that means, is if I'm more concerned about me and what I do, I don't judge other people on what I do. I will get critical that some people can't be like me, but if something affects me, it affects me. It shouldn't affect something that affects somebody else shouldn't be brought and affecting me. It's not my issue is probably the best way to put it. I think people notice a lot that I talk more about myself than anybody else, which I'm doing now, which is probably why I'm enjoying doing YouTube. And that to me came from being my opinion was that it came from being in a small town. You live in a small town, if you talk about yourself, you're not talking about somebody else and upsetting somebody else's feelings. Or, as I say, gossiping and spreading rumours. So that's something about me that don't care what anybody else is doing. This is what I'm doing, and this is my opinion, and this is how I feel about it. I might put on somebody's YouTube as an example, going, yep, I reckon that's really good. But if I don't agree with them, it's their opinion, not mine. So you don't have to agree with my opinion. I don't have to agree with your opinion. But that's yours and my opinion's mine. So that's one thing. Self-absorbed and I shouldn't say I only care about myself. I do care about others. But I look after me first. If looking after me makes me happy, and if looking after other people makes me happy, I do that too. What else about me? I work in a high stress job, and I've learnt that a lot of the high stress that I get at work, I need to be able to shut down from, which is why I do diamond painting, because I shut down from work. And what I mean by high stress is if I do something wrong, at work, I couldn't kill somebody. So therefore the stress is I need to focus 100% on safety. So, I'll come home from work and need to de-stress or shut down and not think about what's happened at work. Because when you work in a job that is safety critical, like that, anything that happens, no matter how minor it is, you are instantly thinking, if that had happened, it could have been worse, or what could have I done to prevent something from happening. It plays on your mind, so you need to be able to shut down, which is what I do here. Another thing about me, I suppose it kind of shows I love to travel. And I like to talk about my travels. So yeah, that's the third thing for me. So there'll be a lot of discussions on travel and the fact that I have itchy feet now and I want to go overseas, and I'm starting to work out dates and places and try and plan. And that travel is me travelling solo. My partner doesn't come with me when I go overseas in most cases. The only exception would be if I went to the south of Africa. He would tag along. He would want to come with me. But I do like to cruise, and he won't get on a boat unless he's able to put a fishing line over the edge, over the side. And you can't do that on cruise ships. Never mind, you might be able to get on a charter boat at each point, but not on cruise ships. Okay, So that's 3 things. What do you think the hardest thing will be about becoming a YouTuber? I suppose the hardest thing is criticism. And I suppose not really criticism where you can't see why. What am I doing? Arrow across, arrow left. What I mean by that is if somebody criticizes, puts something on YouTube and is critical towards me or towards my post, my YouTube, I can at least understand where they're coming from. That's something I really do. If you're being critical of me, I'm happy with that, because if you turn around and say why, because I can look at it and go, well, I need to either modify my behaviour or explain why my opinion was the way it was. And then, so in that being said, just seeing, and I know it's going to happen, the dislike, the thumbs down. The hardest thing I've had to get used to is the thumbs down, because you don't know why the thumbs down is there. I would much rather somebody say, I put a thumbs down here because, whatever. I've got one where somebody did do, I don't know whether they did thumbs down or not, but they posted a comment that one of my things was boring. I just turned around and said, I'm sorry you feel that way. But if it was just a thumbs down because it was boring and there's no explanation, you can't fix something. Although I will say there's just some thumbs down on some of my clips so far that I absolutely understand why they're there. And yeah, so that's that side of things. What do you think the most rewarding thing will be? Most rewarding thing so far is actually seeing how many times something that I have posted has been viewed. I've got things that are like 60 views and stuff like that. However, I do have one that blew my mind. I looked at it the other day and went, holy cow. So the rewarding thing for me was this one clip that I've put online. I've just looked then, has got 1,989 views. And just to know that's the rewarding thing, is people are watching stuff that I'm posting, which is cool. The first time when I started doing the YouTube, it was really funny because I didn't tell my partner I was doing it. I just did it. And then when I got 20 subscribers and one of my clips that had 20 views, I said, just over 20 views or something. I actually told him about it. And he was like, oh, okay. But yeah, the rewarding thing is to know that, to have people watch stuff and have people comment on, oh, thanks, that really helped, that explained things. So that's that side of it. That's okay. Do you see yourself being on YouTube for a long time? Don't know. I'd like to be on here as long as possible, but we'll see. Only time will tell. I mean, there's lots of diamond paintings out there, and yeah, there's lots of diamond paintings out there. And I do now. I think I've said it on some other clips of mine where the crew that I work with, the team that I work with, are not happy with me doing diamond painting and YouTubing, because I used to, when we did swing night, which is you'd finish work at 6:30 in the evening, and then you wouldn't start work till 6 o'clock the following evening. So you'd have nearly 24 hours off. You've got to adjust your body clock. And what I used to do was I used to bake on those nights. Since I started diamond painting on YouTube, I've been diamond painting and YouTubing. So one of the girls that I actually worked with turned around and said, well, that's not good enough. You need to do a YouTube channel where you cook. So I am contemplating throwing in some baking in there, so that then that keeps my team happy, and it keeps my partner happy because he loves my cakes. So I am contemplating it, thinking about it, trying to work out how to get it to work. So yeah, we'll see how we go. That might be in the pipeline soonish. The only thing is you can't enjoy the smell or the taste. But the things that I like to do is I do cheesecakes. I don't do what they call the continental. Hang on, I know I've missed one here. There's something here. Was there a down arrow somewhere here? Nope. I saw a down arrow. I know I've missed a down arrow, so I'm just scouring through. No, can't see it. So yeah, oh, there it is, found it. So I am contemplating doing some YouTubing on some of the cakes that I make. So if anybody's hungry right now, you might want to turn the volume down, because I do a really good baked caramel cheesecake which has chunks of caramel in it. I do a really good black forest cake. That black forest cake, I make at least 2 black forest cakes a year, and they tend to take me about 4 hours to do. Condense the time down on a YouTube clip, but yeah, when it comes to my birthday, I make my own cake. I don't want anybody else make me a cake, because nobody else can do a black forest cake like mine. So yeah, and that's my opinion, but hey, you know, I don't like cherries, but black forest cake's really good. Okay, so that was in about for a long time. Yeah, I'm looking at adding to the channel, so it might be for a long time. Do you have any tips or advice for others who are just starting a YouTube? Broad shoulders, patience, camera setup. The big thing for me is, and I'm still trying to, although I think I've got my camera set up now, but when I first started, I was using, what was I using? I had a small webcam on a tripod, and I absolutely struggled with it. And you see all these different angles where I've tried something different to the last time I did it, and yeah, just really the biggest tip is look at your camera angles. And one of the best things I did was get this mount that I have for overheads, because not only can I do this overhead, I can angle it. It's on a scissor boom, so if you're going over top and you want up and down, see what I'm doing here, like what I'm doing here. my best comment on that one is get yourself a mount so that you can shoot straight down, because yeah, it's an absolute pain in the backside trying to get a camera angle that works, and then you get one that works, but then the next time you do it you just can't get it to that angle again, which yeah, happened to me quite a few times. The other is, don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take other people too seriously. Um, like I listen to criticism, take it on board, but what I can say is there's keyboard warriors out there, and I think that's actually not just for YouTubers, that's for anybody. You're on Facebook, you've got a public profile, everybody has opinions. I have an opinion. I might necessarily not talk about other people, share my opinion about other people, but we all have opinions, and not everybody will agree with you, and so you need to learn that you can't make everybody happy, so you might as well do what you want, how you want, and make yourself happy, keep yourself happy, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was that side of it. What else have we got? I'll see if there's any other tag questions. Don't know, what else have we got? What else have we got? I'm trying to find tags, I just can't find any that are good. Okay, so what have I just found? 100 questions no one ever asks. That's from a website, Four Hats and Frugal. Okay. Whoop. I've just lost my... Oh, snap. Just lost that one. I just tried to open it up and it didn't want to work. So I suppose I'm just trying to work out what else I can say without going with tags. I think one thing and you'll hear me say it in another YouTube drill with me, I'm contemplating doing live drill with me's, but my time zone is my afternoons. Most people are in the Europe and in the US are in bed. I log on to a few lives and I'm generally near the tail end because I'm just getting out of bed. Although it's a different matter when I'm doing the shift work, it's slightly different. So I'm trying to work out when the best time is for me to do YouTube lives. But then if I do a YouTube live, it will be a case of I shouldn't be aiming for the Northern Hemisphere or for the US. I should also be in consideration to people in Australia because that's where I'm from. That's our time zone. That's my time zone. Granted, I'm in the West. It's the east coast of Australia is currently 3 hours ahead of where I am. So even that in itself, if I did a live at 8 o'clock at night, it's midnight there, and about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, I think, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK, which then probably makes it, I don't know, time factor. If I had my phone near me, I'd probably know. I'd be able to say. But yeah, there's about an 11 hour difference 12 hour difference. I know it's 11-hour difference from Egypt. Had to work with that one. So yeah, it's lives is just a big question mark for me. I'm thinking about it. I can't do a regular schedule for lives though. That's the other side of it. Because I do shift work, I can't. Where did that one go? I can't guarantee a live every Sunday or at this time on a Sunday even, I can't do it, so it's pretty hard to do a proper schedule. But yeah, give me your thoughts. If you're interested, I'll do one and see how it goes, I suppose. I've only got a small amount of subscribers, so yeah. But I thought this is just a short drill with me, but I'm back to working on my Durban Custom, which I am so happy to be doing again. My partner, I think, is so happy to see me doing again, because up until Christmas, and there's a couple of others that he's seen me doing since then as well, but up until Christmas he's been going, when are you going to finish the one for here, when are you going to do the one for here? And I keep going, I've got to put it aside, I've put it aside for gifts, I've got to get the gifts done, the presents done. And he came home from work the other day and I've got Durban one all on my desk, and he's like looked at it. He was actually walked in and gone, what have you done, what have you been doing today? And instead of it actually coming out of his mouth, he's gone, oh, you're onto the Durban. So yeah, he is eager for this one to be done. So yeah, I'm eager for this one to be done, but I'm not eager for this one to be done, if that makes sense. I am really enjoying doing this. I've just spotted one that I missed instead of searching for it again. I'm enjoying doing this one because this one, every time I pick it up, it makes me remember my trip to this location where we were very, very, very lucky to go. And there's another one I've just missed. I have learnt that if I'm going to, because we all miss them, if I'm going to miss something, I need to put something there to remember where it is that I missed. Okie dokie. Arrow down, pencil up. Do I have any of those? No. None of those. I've got those. So I am going to continue on without waffling any further. How's that? I'm going to continue on. I'll get another section done and I'll do another drill with me at some other time, but obviously I won't be on this section. So yeah, I will talk to you later, and please like, subscribe, hit the bell. I will say hit the bell now, because if I do a live, you'll get notified and you might be able to join me on a live, because highly likely if you're in the US or the UK, it will be on a time zone that you're not used to. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever. Thumbs down, I'd like a comment to say why there's a thumbs down, but hey. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.